G'day, Vlad here. How's it going? So today we're going to be trying something that I always try called a petard rush. So you've probably seen me do the petard rush a few times and it gets sort of boring, but in this game it's not the petard rush that makes it interesting. It's what my opponent does. So in the red side we've got a guy called Kima, I don't know. He must be from a part of the world I'm not familiar with. So it starts off pretty standard, so I'm going to speed up, at least on my end. So on his end, he's doing things a little bit differently. He actually pushes his deer, which I don't have the skill to do, I just lure my deer. Maybe the gap between him and myself, because he's someone who's over 1100 and I'm someone who's never actually got that high of an elo of 1100. So maybe the difference is the ability to push deer and other things like that. So we're about 5 minutes in, at 17 pop, 18 pop. Wait, sorry, this is me. Oh, look at what he's doing. He's at 17 pop and he's getting loom. So it looks like he's going to go up at 19 pop with loom. Now that's a sign that he's going to go for a tower rush. And of course, I've got no idea what he's doing. So you've got to remember, when you're looking at these recordings, you can't see everything when you're actually playing that you can when you're doing a recording. So I'm just going usual fast castle, or as fast of a castle as I know how to do. He's going for a tower rush, as you can tell. So he's sending these wheels forward here, building a house, and now he's building the tower. I tell him good uptime, man, and he's going really aggressive here. I don't think he can be too much quicker in terms of aggression on arena. So here he goes. And he's got an in. Now I myself am feeling quite confident because I'm going up to feudal and I know I've got my stone and my gold back here. So the map really favours me in terms of defending from a tower rush. So that's going to go up and then I'm going to have to run away from berries, but that's fine. I just create one vil, get loom and go to castle. So my initial plan has changed. I'm not doing a petard rush anymore, obviously. I plan on getting a castle up around here. And then my plan is to push back with Orbox and Rams. So here we go. His tower just ranges my TC, so it's well placed. Alright. So I've got my eco's a little bit messed up from the start. Oh my gosh. So we both made a mistake here. I should have probably just attacked the tower with my villagers. It's not ranged by his other tower. And he made the mistake of just putting it one tile too close to my TC. If he built it here instead, it would have been safe. But he built it there and it failed. So we both made a pretty big mistake. He tries to steal my farms. Oh no, he deleted one of my farms. I think he could have deleted... Oh no, he couldn't have. Alright. Well, he deleted one of my farms. What a bastard. Jokes, he was actually really nice. So I hit Castle Age at about now. And at this point, even though I've never beaten a tower rush before, I'm feeling really confident of the win. So he's only got one more villager than me, despite me already going through Castle Age. So we're both at 29 vils, I'm at Castle Age, I'm building a castle, and my plan of pushing back with Orbox and Rams is actually going really, really well. But here's one mistake I've made. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 villagers not doing anything. I put them into the TC to shoot down that tower, and I've totally forgot about them. So it's at 17 minutes now, and they've already been there for a while. Let's see how long it takes me. Alright, it took me over a minute and a half to remove them from the TC, plus some. He's walling around his towers. I think that's just so they're harder to take down. My eco is very lackluster, but I'm building a second TC. Got 8 farms that are being farmed. He has got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 farms. But he wouldn't have had to take his villagers out of the TC. He wouldn't have had to have his villagers in the TC for ages. So I'm sort of getting my eco back on track. He's got a couple of advantages. He's pushed into my base, so his eco is all protected in his walls. Mine has a weak point, although it's not too weak. I've still got this defensive castle, got a TC here, a TC there, so it's not entirely weak. I've also got a modest villager lead. It's 38 to 32, and I'm in castle age, pumping from 2 TCs and building my third. So at this point, I feel like I'm winning, and I feel like I'm winning considerably. So what's happening here? So I don't see what these villagers that walked into that spot are doing. And I really want to get a siege workshop up so I can get some rams and push with Orbox. But I just want to get a mangonel first to take out the towers. So I didn't know that the towers could outrange a mangonel. That might just be because I'm not very knowledgeable in the game and I've got some things to learn. But he gets that tower up. I really want this siege workshop up. Oh gosh, so at the moment he's still giving me problems. Something happened with these farms, and for some reason I took villagers off the farms. I should have taken them off of wood. I get my siege workshop up, and I'm building a mangonel because I'm stupid and I didn't know that the towers could outrange it. So I realise there's not a lot I can do there. Maybe if I sent one villager to repair it and just kept swapping villagers that repaired, I could have probably taken it down. So I built a ram. Let's see what he's doing. Okay, so he's got a siege workshop, so he's already got an onager. So my ram is now pretty useless too. We'll speed this up. So I want to go for that tower. He comes in with his onager, and he defends that well. So I've got a couple of Orbox, and I've got 3 in that ram. So my plan to push back with Orbox and rams has gone down the toilet. He's got 4 priests, and he's just hit Imperial Age. At this point in time, I feel like I have got a game on my hands. Up until now, well, ever since the tower rush failed, I thought I was going to win. And I've got a massive villager lead, 111 to 497, but I'm still feeling the pressure at the moment. So he could be printing a trebuchet already, but he's not. And I don't know why. So if you're in the comment sections, Combi, let me know why you didn't go straight to a trebuchet. And I'm very interested to know that. You must have a good reason to have not. I haven't seen this replay all the way through. I've attempted to make this video about 3 times, but my 1-year-old has needed my help each time, and like I always say, family comes first. Oh gosh, I have got such poor micro. He's taking down my horses with a spear while I'm attacking this tower. There we go. So see, this is the difference between a 1000 elo player and a 1100 elo player, is little things like this. And the fact that he can, you know, know things like the towers can outrange mangonels. So he's now got Hussite wagons, priests, and spears. I'm in a bit of a mess. I'm sort of running out of gold. I've already run out of stone. He's in Imperial Age and can treb me, but he's building bombard cannons. I think, in my personal opinion, he should have built one trebuchet and then come in with the bombard cannons after. But as I said, he's a higher elo player than me. He probably has a good reason to not do that. So my eco is actually doing pretty strong, but that doesn't help me because I'm only halfway to Imperial Age and going to lose these castles. And he just keeps pushing me and pushing me and pushing me. His eco is actually really, really small. So his attack is pretty much all-out attack. He's got all the relics. He's got the forward military position. He's taking down my buildings. All my eco is in an unprotected space. And he's still safely behind his walls. So the game has really flipped and he is really winning despite my 138 to 79 villager lead. So he's just taken down one of my castles, and that's pop spaced me quite badly. And so that was another crucial moment, and all of a sudden this isn't looking good for me. This looks like another tower rush that killed me. Will I ever win against a tower rush on Arena in a 1v1? I don't know. Hopefully one day. Will I win this game? This tower rush in a 1v1? We'll make you wait and see. So these Hussite wagons are really weak against melee damage, which is pretty unusual for a ranged unit. Most ranged units do well against melee units. And it took me so long to figure this out. I think I found out on YouTube out of frustration. So as you can see, I'm attacking Hussite wagons with villagers, obviously a move of desperation. And another castle goes down. I've got nothing to really defend all of this except for these oboks and some two-handed swordsmen. So I am in a world of trouble. So I did a little attack over here with one scout. It's not going to do anything. I might take out this villager. Small wins. Alright, I don't think he's felt any pressure from me at all since the time he hit Imperial Age. And I'm well aware that he can go hand cannons, but I'm just desperate. I didn't know what to do. If you have something that you would have done instead, please let me know in the comments down below. I'm too lazy to learn any real build orders, but I'm more than happy to take advice in terms of how to counter units more. If I needed to go less eco, in this case I think I should have just gone 2 TCs instead of 3, then I might have had a chance. But yeah, I think he's won this game at this point. I've started to spread my eco out. It's one thing I've learnt, that against civs that have slow units, sometimes you can just spread your eco out. You can just move out of your base, up the sides, and just keep expanding as you die, and you can survive. Because as long as you're building faster than they're destroying you, it doesn't really matter if you're losing too much. In this case, I only have 1 TC. It's a bit harder to build faster than you're getting destroyed with 1 TC. So there goes my mill. He's absolutely hammered my eco here. It's totally destroyed. I've got this stuff out here, but it's all out in the open. This pocket here is the only reason I haven't resigned pretty much. I'm just over 1,000 points behind, so I'm not majorly behind in the points. Usually I start thinking of resigning when my score is about 2,000 points behind. Starting to get some two-handed swordsmen, and they're actually doing alright. I've done some damage to this castle. I'm just spamming two-handed swords. My eco is pretty rubbish. I've ran out of gold. This gold is guarded. So I'm in a bit of a pickle. See what I can do about it. So maybe I should have just ignored this castle. Maybe I should have just taken my army up around here and try to smash through his wall somehow. I couldn't really afford siege. I didn't have the gold. Oh my goodness, this is horrible. But this castle goes down, and now I've got something going for me. Is that he hasn't really countered my two-handed swordsman well. He hasn't really needed to, mind you, because they've been dying to these Hussite wagons and spears in the castle, and I've just been sort of throwing them in the general direction. Oh gosh, he's killing my villagers with spears. It's embarrassing getting raided with spears, but I guess I knew that risk when I built out here in the open. But what choice did I have? I don't know. If I did have a choice, please let me know. So he is killing me. He's pretty much caught up with villagers. So he's kicking my butt in eco. He's kicking my butt in military, in field advantage. All his eco's still well protected. He's got lots of gold. He's deprived me of my gold, and here I am out in the open. Eco's a mess. Military's a mess. He's doubled my kill to death plus some, and it's feeling pretty hopeless. Even with that castle taken down, I'll probably get some gold available. No, I don't, because he's still got that tower on it. So at this stage, he's already creating hand cannoneers. And as soon as I see these hand cannoneers, gosh, it is not my day. Every time I try to make a video, something's going wrong. My apologies, guys. Anyway, as soon as I saw these hand cannoneers, I knew it was GG pretty much. There we go. And at this point here, I think I'm pretty much decided I'm going to call it and I'm going to resign. There is not a single thing going for me. There is not a single front of this game I'm winning at. And it's GG. So, Combi, well done, mate. You did good. This is my first loss I'm posting on YouTube, mostly because my losses aren't that exciting. Usually I die to meta strategies. But I found this game really fun, and hopefully I catch this Combi guy and we can get a win together in the team games, maybe. Let's have a quick look at the stats. As hard as it is for me to do, and as embarrassing as it is. If you hear children's songs in the background, again, I'm sorry. Our family comes first, and my son wants to watch some cartoons. So he wins across every line when you look at it, the overall stats. Military, economy, technology, society. He smashes me across the board. Same with military. Over 100 more units killed than I did. And 13 buildings raised to 11, so at least I got something in the ballpark. He converted 5 units. Eco, I got more food than him. It did me a fat load of good, though, that probably all got spent on villagers that just died. Alright, technology. He got to Imperial Age about 5 minutes before me. Sorry, about 6 minutes before me. So that finished me. Sorry about all these messages coming through. Usually I'm not this popular. Society, 3 castles, 5 relics, 4,000 relic gold. Damn. I've got to capture the relics more often. I usually never go for them on Arena. I got a villager high of 136, but he caught right up with 128. There we go. And there's the timeline. I'm completely and utterly beaten, and yet again I lose to the Tower Rush on Arena. Please, how do you counter this? Please let me know, because I've never beaten it, and I die every time. Do you need to know it's coming to counter it? Or is there some type of quick way you can stop this once it's already in your face? Anyway, like and subscribe, and have a great day.